Your thoughts after getting your feet wet, 3 games under your belt. You had a nice little road trip out to Iowa and back. Overall impressions now that you're starting to get into a meat of the season schedule.
Well, you always expect you're going to come out and everything you taught the kids during camp and showed them in video that they're just going to pick it up right away and then they're going to blow teams out of the water here. But we're making young mistakes. I think I love our compete for the most part. We haven't competed for a full 60, but we're almost there. And we're starting to figure out that we have to work for 60. So as we go here, game in, game out, I think it's just going to get better and better and better.
Scott Powers, your line is active.
Hey, Derek.
Hey.
Curious about Chad Yetman. He obviously put up some numbers in the OHL last year. What have you seen so far of him?
Well, I think, it's like everything, right? There's all the guys that play junior hockey or college. They're all probably pretty good hockey players. And then you get to this league, I think it's been an eye-opener for a lot of our guys. But Yetzi, I know he's the point guy. He's put up some numbers, but I think the big thing with him is he's got to learn to play without the puck. He's good when he has the puck, but now we got to get that puck back. And I think this is, and it's not just him, but I think this is what happens when these guys come to this league. They don't realize how good it is. They're a little naive to it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know what? I got to get this puck back. I got to work hard now. And I think when he does that, there might be something there down the road.
Is there any plan for the guys with the OHL and WHL putting their seasons together? Do you have an idea how long those guys might be staying? Or
I'm not there. As far as I know, these guys are staying here until further notice. Like if their season goes, I'm almost positive these guys are going to be going back to their teams.
Okay.
And that's as far as I know. It's probably more of a question for Mark Bernard or even some other management people. But as far as I know, they're here to stay. And if their season goes, they'll go back, and then we'll just find some more players somewhere.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Scott Leber, your line is active.
Hi, Coach. You get MacKinzie Entwistle back in the fold today. How do you see him fitting in with the current group? And if you could kind of cover the ground from last year, he was the most improved player on the team from start to finish, kind of retrace those steps of the progress he made a year ago here.
Yeah. Well, he'll fit in great here. We need a player like him. I think it's going to be good for him to play some games, especially the development side of it for him. But last year, what an improvement from the first day to the last day. Just made huge strides. And I think that's a lot of it is the practice time and the skills work we do with them and the extra skating, working on his edges and what have you. I think it's paid off for him big time. And you want to see that continue because I think eventually he'll be either a Blackhawk or somewhere in the NHL because I think he has that in him.
Greg Boyson, your line is active.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Last season, you guys had to rely on the goaltending a lot last season. It was the biggest key to your success. Yeah. Both of your big horses from last year are now up in Chicago. What have you seen out of Matt Tompkins so far this season? Is he going to be able to be like a Kevin Lankinen and a Colin Delia were last year for you guys?
I think he will. I think he can. I'm hoping he will. He's worked so hard to get to where he is. He probably earned some more games last year. We just, when you have Delia and Lanks in your lineup, it's pretty tough to, sit them to play for Tomer to play some games. So I think it's a great opportunity for him. I think there is something there. He's a big kid. He's a great kid. Does everything right. And I'm hoping for good things for him. But like you said, last year, the big key to our game, even staying in the hunt or staying in games, was our goaltending. I don't think he needs that pressure. This year, I'm putting the pressure on the D because I think we have a good D core. I think up front, we're going to maybe be struggling to get some goals. But right now, I think our D are going to be the big part of our team.
Thank you.
Yep.
Patrick Williams, your line is active.
Hey, thanks, Coach. As somebody who's coached in both junior and at the AHL level, what would a player gain or lose or both if he does have to go back to junior?
Well, I think, you know what, I think what they're going to lose is all the stuff we taught them, all the skill work. That's the big thing. The games are huge. Obviously, it's nice to get them games, but I think the biggest thing is the skill work before practice. We do a lot of that where the D are down at one end, forwards and are either in the middle with our skating coach / skill coach, and the other ones are down in the forwards are down in the one end working on some stuff. I think that's huge. I don't with the schedules, because I have a kid that plays in the O. The schedule doesn't allow that to always happen that way. So I think that's what they're going to miss out on. You know, we'll just have to retrain them again when we get them back, because all the habits we're trying to teach them, they'll lose it because now they're studs again on their teams. So we'll have to bring them down a few notches. But, you know, for my sake, I'm hoping the OHL starts just for my kids' sake. But if it doesn't, we're really excited about having these young kids.
Scott Leber, your line is active, sir.
Yeah, Coach, quite a debut for Brad Morrison the other night in Iowa. You may have covered this after the game, but again, the impression he made on you, the way he just came out of the gates like that with the 2 quick goals, and what else besides the 2 goals? What else did you see in his game that maybe opened your eyes a little bit?
Well, when he has the puck again, he's almost a mirror of Yetman. They're offensive kind of players. They're skilled guys. I think the big thing with him, you know, he's got the hands. He can skate. It's going to be when we don't have the puck, what's he going to do? And the big thing here in the way we want to play, and then you watch it in the Hawks game, turnovers when they don't have the puck, they're hunting that puck guy. And they're trying to get that puck back as quick as they can. So I think that's going to be the big adjustment for these guys, whether it's Morrison, Yetman, and, you know, Timmy Soderlund and what have you. They're going to have to be able to play without the puck.
And Coach, I'll jump in here. Are you seeing an improvement in this group after 3 games? You said you're making at the beginning a lot of young mistakes. Do you see that in video sessions and on ice sessions that they're starting to correct that? Or is it something that's going to be a work in progress, especially now that you got some sustained time at home?
You know, they are correcting it, but it's inconsistent. That's all. And that's young. That's just youth. It's going to take some time. You know, it's something we, as coaches, you try not to get frustrated with, because you figure they get it after one practice. They should be, you know, nailing it, but this might take a little bit. We had a lot of young guys that have coached, had been coached by different coaches all around the different leagues, and now all of a sudden we're throwing our stuff at them. So it's a little bit of an adjustment, and never mind the hockey part. It's living at home living in a hotel or living in a house by yourself, gotten to learn how to cook by yourself. Now you got to pay your own bills, and you got to get your taxes out on time. And there's all kinds of things that come with this. We're young guys trying to figure it out, right? So there's distractions, but I like where we're at. I think we're in a good spot. They should be getting better and better as we go here, and I like where we're headed.
Scott Leber, I apologize for taking your hand down too early there, but your line is back active again.
Yeah, you got the Chicago Wolves tomorrow, Coach. They've beaten you twice. They're off to an amazing start at 4-0. How talented are they in your estimation? What is it that makes them really tough to compete against?
Well, they're solid 4 lines, and they got a good D-core and goaltending. I mean, they got 2 teams mixed in and they got top players from each team mixed in together. So, you know, to beat them, you're going to have to bring your A game, and you're going to have to work hard, which is fine. It's kind of like Milwaukee last year, right? If you beat Milwaukee last year, they were that good. You knew you worked hard and you did everything right, but you got to do it for 60 minutes. You know, we stay with Chicago, the 2 games we played them, we were staying with them, and then all of a sudden we dropped our guard. We got back on our heels, and a good team like that, they're going to take advantage of that, and they did. So, we play them enough, so hopefully we'll get them one of these games.
And our final question for head coach Derek King. Brandon Kane, your line is active.
Hey, Derek, through 3 games, what have you made of Halupa's play so far?
Yeah, I would say that there is some potential there. I'm still trying to get to know him. I think he's trying to get to know me too. The language, sometimes I think he may not understand what we're trying to talk about or trying to do, but he's definitely got some game. I think there's a possibility as the year goes on, he's going to improve. He's going to feel comfortable. And again, this is I even talked to him. I said, if you look at him, he looks like he's in his 30s, but yet he's 22 years old. He's young. He's away from home. It's a whole new style of play. It's a whole new bunch of guys. And I think I find a lot of these guys like that, once they get comfortable with their teammates and their surroundings, I think their game gets a lot better. But he's definitely got some skill. I think he can play at this level for sure. And we'll just keep working with him.